Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. Got to give a big shout out to my man, Officer Brett in fucking New York. A couple videos ago, I asked, what is the difference between all these damn boroughs in New York City? And I get who would know it better than a member of the NYPD. So thank you very much, man. Appreciate the info. Appreciate the support. Speaking of appreciations, everybody who's emailed me about Arizona, my wife and I are thinking of a move there. We looked at a couple other states. Right now, Arizona is the front runner. An outpouring of emails and information. Thank you very much. But I think I have enough emails. I want to have time to read them and get back to them and maybe ask some, appropriate questions depending on what they've told me. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Whenever I come to you guys with something, asking some kind of feedback or something, you guys always just blow me away every time with the response. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. What I also appreciate is being right sometimes. It's rare, but when it happens, I love it. I called it. Chris Matthews, goodbye. You can't do that shit. You can't get off of the script. I've called the the left. I've called the left the hymnal party because everybody is reading from the same hymnal. me, as they all prepare to sing the same exact words at the same time. So once you deviate from that, once you start speaking against the leaders of that group, you gotta go. I don't give a fuck who you are. You gotta go. So he was next on the chopping block. Goodbye, Chris Matthews. He was an asshole anyway. See, when he was talking about how Trump's kid, I was reading an article, Trump's kids are Uday and Qusay or whatever, Huey and Dewey, Saddam's kids, Hussein's two sons were these psychotic rapist murderers. He's calling Trump's kids that, comparing him to Stalin. Of course, Hitler, the favorite. That's what they always go, he's Hitler. I wonder how all the old Jews who survived with tattoos on their arms, do you think Trump is Hitler? Do you think you're living in Germany, 1938, part 2? I don't think so. But as long as he's doing that, everything was fine. But as soon as he aimed his gun, his journalist gun at Bernie Sanders, oh, no. We can't have that shit. He started talking out against the Cuban dictator Castro, mocking their fucking literacy rate like that's something to hang your hat on. Oh, yeah, they were starving. It was tyrannical and people were being oppressed and killed and murdered and wrongfully imprisoned, but they could read. Come on. That shit's stupid. So he talked out against that. He compared Bernie going down to the fall of France during World War II, all this shit, right? Which was nothing out of the ordinary because he's always saying dumb shit, along with everybody else at CNN or MSNBC. So that wasn't different. But once he deviated from the script, once you started going off of the lesson plan, that's when they have a problem. And he made some, some sexist remarks, I guess you would call them. Some lady, I mentioned it in one of the videos before, she was getting makeup on before she went on air. He's like, oh, how come I haven't fallen in love with you yet? And all this kind of shit, right? Minor creepy shit. It's still, at the beginning of the pervert scale. It wasn't too bad, but it was bad enough. So the rest of those dumbasses there must be quaking in their small boots, I'm sure. Because if Chris Matthews can go, that was their boy. He was one of their biggest stars. Him and what's the dude's name? The little haircut, Ricky Maddow. That's like their two biggest stars. And one of them is gone. Isn't it funny? When they start eating themselves. You fucking idiots. So good. One dummy down and a whole bunch of other dummies to go. Now, speaking of another dummy, another out of touch, super rich, I don't know what their problem is, celebrity. So Taylor Swift. She just had her little documentary that came out a few months ago where she's talking about, oh, and now I have a political voice and they tried to silence me. And oh, it's so bad being so fucking rich. And what is she worth? A couple $100 million? Few $100 million? You have no more problems. Now, of course, you have like medical issues. You know, look at Steve Jobs. All the money he had couldn't keep him from getting cancer. You still have like human problems, yes, but you don't have regular people problems. You know, financial sacrifice, worrying about how this is going to happen, that's going to happen, bills, you know, something happens, now you got a car repair, a medical bill, something that comes out of nowhere. You got the money for all that. So I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah, I know celebrities and people, but you don't deal with the things that we do down here. All right? We're not in the ivory tower with you, laughing maniacally, swigging your golden goblets of fucking wine, cracking lobster shells. We don't live like that. You do. Good for you. That's the thing. I don't fucking hate rich people. I hope to be one someday. I'm not here like Bernie, it's fucking billionaires. No, I would love to be a billionaire. I don't have a problem with rich people. I do have a problem with rich, out of touch fucking celebrities trying to tell us how to live and what we're doing wrong. That's where I have a problem. So this girl, who I'm sure if you hooked her brain up to electrodes, couldn't light a fucking Easy Bake Oven, it has this song called The Man. And you guessed it. You guessed it. Man, you pieces of shit, you rotten hairy chest motherfuckers. You're all bad. Now, in this video, I'll put a link. Will I? No, I don't think I downloaded a link. Scratch that. I won't put a link in the description box. Go on YouTube. You can find that shit. You're already there anyway. But it's called The Man, right? So throughout the video, it's like 3 characters she portrays. This one Wolf of Wall Street looking dude, you know, just some rich corporate asshole. He's like pissing on the wall in the subway. When's the last time you seen a dude in a 3-piece suit pissing on the wall in the subway? Now, don't get me wrong. People do piss on the wall in the subway, but it's usually not some rich guy, right? No one's ever said, dude, what are we going to do about all these rich people pissing in public? No one's ever said that. Another dude she portrays is, he's a tennis player. I don't know if this is a shot at John McEnroe or maybe all male athletes or just athletics, male athletics in general. But it's the dude throwing a fit on the tennis court, slamming his racket, throwing the balls. And then there's one scene, because she's, and throughout the video, she's dressed up like a man. I'm going to get to that in a second. You know, this prosthetic beard and shit. And there's a scene where she throws a tennis ball at the judge sitting up in that tall ass beach chair, right? And if you look at the throw, I'm like, girl, that was fucking terrible. Anyway, and the third character is this ultra rich, some guy in a yacht with a Versace shirt, and he's yelling at somebody on a cell phone. There's all these bikini clad women laying around and shit. So, I mean, maybe you should have named your song The Rich Man, because most men don't act like this. And I doubt most rich men act like this. No man likes this dude. You act like all men are just walking around with impunity. We don't give a fuck about nothing. We can do what we want. We can grab what we want. We can say what we want. And because we're men, because we got shit that hangs down between our legs, we can do whatever we want. It reminds me of something real quick. So I was at a grocery store the other day, and it kind of bottlenecked. So I'm waiting for this person on the right to move so I can get what I need. So I'm going to get what I need, and coming towards me is an older lady. She's probably in her mid to late 60s. She's coming toward me, but she's moving slow as fuck. So I know as soon as this person passes, I can get over there, get what I need, and get out of the way before this lady's coming. Like, of course. I'm not going to try to impede her or cut her off. That's rude. So I know I have enough time. I grab my stuff. I'm turning to walk away, and she goes, what is it with men just thinking they can cut women off and do what they want? What? I said, yeah, okay. She's like, well, you do. I was like, look, she's like, why did you cut in front of me? I said, because I knew I had time. You were moving slow. And I was like, whatever. And I just walked away from her like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? oh, I'm a man. I can walk in front of whoever I want. Shut your dumb ass up. And there's another scene in this Taylor Swift video where she's sitting on a subway bench, seat on the subway with her legs open, what they got, man spreading. Oh, it's the worst. It's the worst. You gotta watch this video. It's so stupid. It's all this stupid, crazy bullshit they're trying to push on us and tell us all in one 4-minute video. So he has his leg spread, so his man nuts can hang. He's on the boat. There's a scene on the boat where he's on the phone and some butler brings him a drink and the guy's still standing and he turns around like, what are you still here for? Get the fuck out of here. Just being an asshole. Number one, if you're some rich billionaire who has a yacht and you got 10 or 15 bikini-clad women around you, what's wrong with that? Are they being held against their will? Did you steal them? Because there's another scene where they're all laughing and smiling behind him and with their hair blowing in slow motion. So it looks to me like those women want to be there. Which one is it? I am woman, hear me roar, or are women these dumb little hapless lambs just wandering throughout the world and the men are just like, which one is it? Like the saying goes, you can't have your cake and fuck it too, right? So you guys gotta pick one. You can't do both. You can't have one foot in each world bullshit. Which one is it? Because judging by that, you're telling me those women didn't want to be there. And he made them be there because he's this rich, powerful man. No, he didn't make them. They saw he was rich and powerful and clung to him because of his money and his power. That's how it works. Why do you think men get rich, dummy? Oh yeah, there's another scene. She's not playing the man in this one, but it's this old man. This old ass man. This dude, he's so old, his memories are in black and white, okay? So he's marrying some young, like 21-year-old tenderoni, that Anna Nicole Smith type shit. And so I don't know how that's against the man. That's the woman. Yeah, they're in love, my ass. So they're getting married and everything, and it comes to the cake, and every time you go to a wedding and they cut the cake, is he gonna smash the cake in his face? Is he not? So of course, because he is a filthy, disgusting man, he takes the piece of cake and smashes it in her face. And she gets all, and runs off. Okay, people do that all the time. So what? That means men are bad because some old man smashed cake in his young ass wife's face? So what? It's the word. And then at the end of the video, I'm sorry I'm jumping around, I'm just trying to get these points so I don't forget. At the end of the video, Taylor Swift's in the director's chair like, I'll show you. Turns out I'm in power. So the actor playing in the video, this is the tennis scene, he comes up to her and he's like, so what'd you think? She's like, can you be a little more sexy? Can you be a little more likable? And he's like, okay, yeah, I'll do it. And then at the end of the video, it says it's the voice of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Damn it, Rock. Why'd you do that? Why'd you get involved in this SJW bullshit? Oh, man, come on, Rock. I'm going to give you another chance because you are The Rock. Man, but one more of these SJW bullshit, man, I got to go. I can't mess with that. So yeah, she's the director at the end of the video, like, I showed you, I'm the man now. It's so fucking stupid. And then she came out last year talking about all these LGBTQ alphabet soup group rights and all this shit, the Ku Klux trans. She's like, I didn't know until recently that I could speak for a group that I'm not a part of. Girl, you're an idiot. So then she says, basically in this country, all the rights are being stripped away from anyone who is not a straight, white, cisgender male. What? Let me see. Yep, all my rights are still intact, you moron. What rights are being stripped? The only time your rights get stripped is when your ass goes to prison. No one's taking your rights. No one's collecting you from your home. There's no one banging on your door in a uniform coming to get you. The Trump goon squad is not coming to get you. You're lying. You're a fucking liar. That's not happening. Not one microscopic thing has happened to my rights since Trump got in office in this country. Because I'm a POC, remember? I at least got one layer of victimhood. I'm not freezing out here in this post-apocalyptic Trump landscape. I got my victimhood blanket on. I got at least one. I'm a POC, right? Ain't a damn thing happened to anybody's rights in this fucking country. I don't care if you're black, gay, both. It don't matter. The president is not a king. He can't come in here, walk out on the balcony to the throngs of his subjects and say, this is how it's gonna be. So stupid. It doesn't take that long to research this shit that you're talking about and see that you're wrong. But it's that guilt. It's that financial guilt. I got all this money. I feel so bad. I want to somehow connect to the common man. How can I do it? Man, let me get $200 million. I don't give a shit about no man, common or otherwise. I'll snuggle up to my 200 million. What are you talking about? These people are so damn stupid. Oh, I'm the man. Because we just go around slapping asses and drinking beer and shit. And you can't say nothing because you're a man. Let me ask you this. What would happen in the workplace or anywhere else if a man grabbed a woman's ass? Tell me. Exactly. It's an F word. It starts with the F, ends with a D. It's called fired. Are you kidding me? Where does this dude exist? Like I said, maybe the ultra rich, maybe that's how you guys roll. But the average everyday mofo, we can't do that. There's this group at every job. It's called, it's 2 letters. Oh, HR. That means human resources. That means if you have a problem, call us and we will handle it. There's a group that's specifically tasked with watching out for the employees. They are the job's hall monitor. If you have a problem, come to me. He did what? He grabbed you where? It's a wrap. You won't even finish your shift. Your boss will come up to you and, can I talk to you for a minute? And it's over. Guess who's walking out of work with a box full of the shit that used to be at their desk or their locker or whatever? And if people saw it, there's witnesses, you're lucky if you don't get sued. But this kind of, I can't stand this kind of stupid bullshit. Just not giving a shit about the facts. Being fed something by somebody and running with it and not researching it. That's not how life is. That's not reality. But you guys don't live in reality. You live in I'm a rich pervert land. You don't live down here with us, and it's fine down here. We like it. See all we need you to do, that's where you guys get it confused. You're not our moral barometer or our moral compass. We don't go to you to see how we should feel and think and keep our finger on the pulse of the nation. We are the nation. Hey, there you go. I got my finger on my own pulse. I don't need you. Here's what I need you to do. I need you to get up there with your little instruments and your gold chains or whatever you listen to, and I need you to dance and sing. That's it. I know you wish we wanted more from you, but we don't. Get up there, dance and sing, play your instrument. I pay the 2 high ticket prices to come watch you and go away. And then get in front of the camera on the set or on location, do your acting and your crying on cue or whatever, and then go away. I don't need you for nothing else. I have friends, I have family, I have my own mind. I'll figure shit out myself. We don't need you for anything else. I'm sorry that hurt your feelings. We don't need you. We don't want you for anything else. Entertain us. Put on that thing, which the drum and the cymbal and the horn all in one setup. Dance around like a little monkey on the pier and get out of my face. Don't tell me how I live down here. Don't tell me that men are these toxic, masculine monsters just bull in a china shop their way through life. Fuck you. That's an insult. We don't live like that. Men have respect. Men are kind. Men are generous. Some men are assholes, but that doesn't mean he's gonna sexually harass you. Men are good people. And guess what? If you come across some savage, sexist asshole who's touching on women, you're probably gonna get knocked out because you're probably gonna touch the wrong woman, or the wrong dude is gonna see you doing that and he's gonna fuck you up. That's what happens. Men don't play that shit. If you got a homeboy doing some shit like that, it's a wrap. I'm not your homeboy anymore. Let me invite you and your wife over for dinner and she comes in holding her fucking eye or takes her sunglasses off and you hit her, you're a monster. Get the fuck out of my house. What are you talking about? I can't stand this false bullshit. When did this happen? When did we go from the Marlboro Man to fucking some rapist? What happened? I don't get it. Where we take this turn? I went to bed one night in America and then woke up in soft handshake pussy land. What happened? The man, you gotta see it. It'll make you laugh / cry. It'll make you craft. That's what it'll make you do. Cry and laugh. Because it's so ridiculous. You're just gonna hop off the train and piss on the wall in front of everybody? What? And if you're a billionaire or whatever on a yacht and all these women, the last thing you want is one of these women to accuse you of doing something. Look at what happened to Harvey Weinstein. Look at what happened to Bill Cosby. There's certain things even your money can't get you out of. Fucking dumbass. The Man. All right, make a sequel to that called The Real Man. Not that bullshit that's made up in your mind. Not that producer or that record exec that touched your little bum. And where was all this? Where was all this when Taylor Swift was just a lowly little country singer? Where was all this? Where was that? Where was all that toxic masculinity shit then? Nowhere. Because CMT would have been like, fuck you, man. We ain't playing that bullshit. Man, what's going on here? Anyway, you know what time it is. Time for me to hop up in this damn rat race. But before I do, I got to give a big shout out to my girl Linda. She read one of her comments in the comment section yesterday. She's going through a tough one. Linda, stay strong. Keep it up. Keep her in your prayers if you can. I appreciate the support. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.